if you guys like this video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you guys are interested in a personal session, check out my website, readingswithbreanne.com. Let's dive into the topic for today. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing phenomenal wherever you guys are on this journey. I'm looking forward to doing yet another tarot reading. I had a comment from the lovely Carol when it comes to looking into a tarot reading about all the boats and the migrants, specifically in the UK, she was asking for. So we're going to dive into that today and look into the energy of that. So this one article I pulled up here, it says, this was from a couple weeks ago now, back at the end of March, and it's titled More Than 5,000 Migrants Across Channels in 2025. The article, it says, a stop at nothing. It says the UK signed a roadmap agreement with France earlier this March that aimed at bolstering cooperations to tackle people smuggling across the channel. The government's new border security, asylum, and immigration bill also continues through Parliament with plans to introduce new crime offenses and hand counter-terror style powers to police enforcement agencies. Let's see what's going on here when it comes to all the intensities. Let's specifically look at that and we can kind of see where that leads us. So let's really look at the energy behind this, because this isn't something that just started happening this year, but everything just feels so over the top and so exaggerated. It's like pushing it to, it's shoving it in your face. Okay, so let's see what the tarot has to say, and we'll kind of dissect it from there. Spirit, what can you share when it comes to all these sailboats coming over with migrants across the channels here? What can you share specifically looking at the UK? What can you share with us, Spirit? Okay, I'll get two more. See, and you know what's interesting? Oh, you guys can't see the back of the card. We have the Empress here. And this is all a perspective, lovely souls. So you guys can take it and leave it. I'm just sharing what I get with you with the tarot and the energy, but I'm getting a lot about what's coming back to me is from a video I did the other night there, and it was like the Light Alliance versus the Cabal's energy and like who's really pulling the strings. And when I see this, you guys, I don't see anything here in terms of a breakout of a war or that sort of thing. This is very much, like I said, there's an exaggeration to it. And when I pulled this, this is exactly what I get here. We have the Empress, we have a lot of light, as you can say, alliance energy popping out here, and it is a sense of there is an agenda here that is being pushed to wake up the people. Like the Tower in reverse here is showing, like the Tower in the reverse, and then the Eight of Wands is that, again, crazy rapid fire, very fast moving energy. All of the flood of all these migrants coming in these boats, and there's a sense of like, hey, like this is smack dab in your face, like this is not something you can ignore. And this has been happening behind the scenes, on a quieter level for so long, but this Tower in reverse is showing the collapse of the governments, of the breakdowns here. And I think that a lot of, the governments and the cabal systems there, it's like they do things so quietly behind the scenes. And that's what I've been looking at and noticing too. Everything's like bang, 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 so fast right now. When you look at it, take a step back from a bigger perspective, and you're like, okay, a lot of it is these lighter agendas, the alliances that are pushing things out for us to see on mass levels, to see the corruption, because this is delaying the inevitable and it can't be delayed anymore. So they're going to push it out to wake up more people here. And with the Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands in reverse, like this is that rapid fire energy. And the Page of Wands in reverse is like a redirection of waking people up. Like look at that Queen of Wands showing, you know, look at these structures you guys have been ignoring for so long. Look at these governments behind the scenes. Like look at what is truly happening. So let's pull some more cards here. I like these oracles. Okay, I already had 2 fall out. We have the box and we have the healer that wanted to fly out. What else can you share with us, Spirit? What other messages do you have, Spirit? The vessel. All right. So again, when we look at the box, and what I get from that is again the energy of, let's say, the current paradigm, the borders as well. When we're looking at the migrants as well, the societal constructs that have been placed upon us, and it is forcing us to look at it in the eye because we've been blind to it for so long. So when you have these elite structures doing things quietly behind the scenes, it just kind of builds up and builds up. There's no like big factor that is shaking and waking people up. Whereas this route, yes, on the surface, it is chaotic, it is intense. But it needs to happen. Okay. So, I mean, I don't get anything here in terms of massive, tensions escalating in terms of some kind of war. That I don't see at all coming out. It's more about this box has been, cracked open here, and it has to be transmuted through the people in a healing energy. Like this healer energy enters the wounds, it's entering the surface of the wounds. So I mean, we've got the box that restricts and we have the healer that liberates. Okay, then we even have the vessel, you guys, and this can be an indication of the boats, of the vessels that have been flooding in here, and this is acting as a catalyst for these restrictions to fall away, for people to wake up to it. So quite interesting there. Let's pull some more tarot when it comes to then what does this look like in terms of, I know a lot of people have had a lot of concerns, and especially when we're looking at safety. Let's see what is coming out here, Spirit. What can you share when we're looking at the safety for the UK citizen, the people? I mean, I've actually also heard, maybe this is for another video, or maybe we can ask some stuff here, but there was restrictions even, or there were trying to enforce restrictions on your freedom of speech in the UK, and it's just we're just scratching the surface, you guys. I still think more and more craziness is gonna surface. So, but Spirit, what can you share when it looks like, when we can look at the safety? Is there anything for the UK residents to be really concerned, or is there anything to really fear when we look at all these migrants, rushing in here? Two of Swords. So I wasn't getting previously, when we just pulled, I wasn't getting anything indicating a huge breakout in war, or anything of that matter. What does the outcome look like, Spirit? What's aspected by that? All right. All right, hopefully you guys can see that a little bit better here. So looking again at this past energy is quite interesting because we have yet again, look at this, 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and it is clarified. We had 2 cards jump out with this position, and Judgment in reverse, both in reverse with the past energy. And this, my friend, is all about shady deals, scams. This is lies. This is deceit. And we have that Judgment with the 2 of Swords in this placement is showing like we, you know, again, it's bringing up the whole energy of deliberately, or it's like a willful ignorance that we have really just turned a blind eye to some of the things that have been happening in our communities, in our countries, within the governments here and these structures, and they are being outed here. Look at this 5 of Cups energy. So I actually think when I see this, a lot of these migrants who have come in will actually be ushered out with this. It may not happen overnight. It does look like there's still some stuff to play out. The Hangman here, there's a perspective. There is something causing people to stop and notice. So again, as I have said so many times, this is waking up even more and more people. And especially, you know, a lot of, like I said, a lot of you guys that are here, I mean, I know you guys are kind of tired and exhausted because you guys see through the illusions and the propaganda and the big picture, so to say, but there's still lots of us that don't, or there's lots of people that are still not getting it, and they're just have those blindfolds on. So we are just scratching the surface, my friend. So again, if there are any, you know, let's say darker forces or factions, alliances that are trying to do anything underhanded behavior here, it doesn't look like their plan is working. We have the Strength in reverse, the 3 of Swords, and we do have ushering them out here. So let's get a few oracles and see. Got that Deception and Envy that was flipped the opposite way. So let's just see what else can you share with the Spirit when it comes to the UK. Memories of love. Interesting. Back of the deck is choose wisely. You know, people are starting, and that's what I mean. Like a lot of you guys here see, you know, you guys are here because you're exploring. You guys are questioning things. There's going to be more and more of your everyday people that just get up, go to work, come home, get up, go to work, come home, living in, you know, zombie mode, saying, wait a minute, they're going to start questioning things. Yeah, recognition and reward here. So we have yet a victory as well. Number 3, and we have number 6. And we have the waiting game. Okay, so, and that's what I was saying. I don't think I see anything in terms of intense escalations with war or something of that matter when we're looking at these migrants coming in. But this is going to be, oh, you guys can't see that. We have that waiting game, and we have the Hanged Man as well. So we have people in the process of where they're standing and where they're choosing to voice and speak up. So that's kind of interesting. So I do see it as, let's pull a few more cards on a couple more questions here, because I really do see the people as protected here, and these, you know, so-called puppets or politicians are going to have to pay the price here. Let's just see what else. Let's look at the momentum. Are we seeing this correctly? Will these, you know, people on the top, you know, if there are any underhanded behaviors happening, or meddling, let's say, what can you share with us for the people of the UK? Will there be a stop put to this? Yeah, wow. Okay. Oh, you know what though? Knight of Cups, but it is in reverse here. And I do have the 8 of Wands as well. It's kind of a lot, but I guess we'll take it. Look at this. We have, not a lot, I guess it's only 3 cards. We have the Eight of Cups, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Four of Wands as well. So this is showing a victory. There is showing a celebration in terms of, I do see this as being resolved. There is good news coming, you guys, okay? And I'm wondering if this could even lead to a step down or a takedown of one of your guys's government officials here. I know we've looked at Keir Starmer. Again, sorry, did I say his last name correctly? Probably not. And we also looked at I looked at the London Prime Minister as well, and there's definitely you know, a lot of dirty energy there. So this could actually lead to an acceleration too of, again, people waking up. I'm not sure if there's a female involved here, but there is this beautiful Queen of Cups, which is very heart-centered and working with the people here at, again, taking down this corruption here. So there is good news coming. There is, and remember when we got this, you guys, the very first time when we pulled on the migrants coming in with the boats, this was the energy that came out. So I do think that people that are there in the UK that are not supposed to be there will be removed. It will take a tiny bit of time from what I can see, but it will be worked on, and there is a good news energy coming out at the end here. Now, I want to ask another question, because I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the video, but I also seen a TikTok. It was a TikTok, so please use your discernment. But there was this individual filming a bunch of these sailboats coming in with migrants as well, I believe. And there was like these coast guards going out and rushing out to the waters, but there was a lot of small sailboats, and this was, I think, off the Gulf of Mexico or the Gulf of America. And I want to ask the question, is there any hidden agendas on the migrations and individuals coming over illegally through different, let's say, you know, territories? Could this be an eye-opener for us triggering a collapse of border consciousness? So I wanted to see what the tarot has to say. I mean, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this, but could this be an agenda that's being pushed when it comes to humanity reevaluating borders? What can you share, Spirit? Is this part of their agenda as well? This is sovereignty. This is freedom. This is very big confirmation that that's a yes. The Chariot. Oh my goodness. Let's get one more. Are we seeing this perspective clearly, Spirit? Is this part of the agenda as well for us to reevaluate the borders? Look at those major arcanas. Back of the deck, Four of Cups, which is the evaluation when it comes to disconnecting us from one another. I know this question could open up a whole can of worms, but I just wanted to see what really that Spirit could share with that. Yeah, the Hermit, and I was seeing the Hermit earlier as well. It did fly out. In reverse here. So I have to say, for me, it was a big confirmation with asking that, because the Nine of Pentacles is always my card of freedom. Not just financial freedom, you guys. This is sovereignty energy, and it is really nice to see that come out. So it's establishing that freedom and looking at it from a different perspective, because we also have the Chariot, which is determining a breakthrough with boundaries as well. And the Lovers is unity, people coming together here. So there is, you know, a choice here between bringing a perspective out when it comes to, I feel like, borders as well. I mean, this may be something we want to look into more in another video, but overall, I mean, the Hermit in reverse is also showing, a deep level of soul introspection when it comes to what's really happening. And this is globally as well. This isn't just in the UK. But it's also like a sense of living in separation and us coming together with unity. It's like not about division and where we're headed, you guys. All of this is meant to stir stuff up because we are headed into more of a sovereign and soul connected Mother Earth, into a new Gaia. So interesting. Let me know what you guys think, but that's what I have for you guys. I do think there will be exposures, there will be truths that come out when we can look at the migration and the sailboats and everything that's happening over down in the UK. And I think it will potentially lead as well to pointing a lot of things at some of your higher level government officials. And it looks like there's some kind of a good news there about somebody being removed. Knight of Cups in reverse is revoking access, revoking their position. So there is good news coming. Now, I wanted to pull one more tarot spread because I want to approach this from another angle as well. This topic has been requested by more than one person now on my end, so I want to approach it from looking at the narratives when, and again, thank you guys for staying with me. I have had so many interruptions in trying to get this video out, so I'm hoping it pieces together all right. I just actually did this question and then it wasn't recording. So what I'm going to share with you what I was getting, and then I wanted to pull that with you guys so you guys can see the cards. But when we're looking at the migrants coming over to the UK and the conflicted energies and how the narrative plays into the religious movements, let's say that. I guess I have to be a little cautious with what I can say here, but you guys, it's all creating fear. It's all creating division here. And the cards that flew out too were, I had the Temperance in reverse. I had the Empress in reverse. We also had the Page of Swords coming out. So if we look at this, it's really to push out and instill, again, fear, to instill division. And there's also been that push to restrict freedom of expression. So my question here to Spirit, can we confirm, can you show us the momentum when it comes to the religious tensions in the UK, or we can say the religious movements in the UK? What can you share with us in terms of, are these movements that are creating chaos, destruction, division, will they be stopped? Will they be stopped? Yes. Look at this. Wow. The Star. Oh my goodness, you guys. We have the Star. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Six of Cups. Ace of Pentacles on the back. This is almost like an intervention energy here. So again, a lot of these pushed narratives that are happening, a lot of these are like part of the storyline. They're pawns in the system. It's like when the truth is rising, it floods the system with chaos, you guys. And I sound like a broken record at this point, but this isn't the last time I'm going to say this, but it needs to come out to the people that are sleeping. So it needs to get more intense and more chaotic. So it's staring you, these issues and these conflicts and the division are staring us right in the face, because there's so many people that still have, remember that Two of Swords, their blindfolds on. So, again, I do see this as, you know what, you guys, everything is going to be okay with this energy. There is a sense of intervention on some level when it comes to the chaos, the elites, the darker forces being removed. This is actually, look at this. Okay, this is a confirmation for me. Look at it's all back of the deck. It's all smoke screens and mirrors, you guys. Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups. Perspective and what I've got here. I mean, let me know what you guys think. But there is like those globalist agendas that really push and seek destabilization here. They want you out in the cold here. They want to overwhelm the infrastructures, the cultural identity here, also the economy, right? But I don't see this as playing out as working. But the thing is, they can't just quietly pretend it's not happening. They have to bring it out so we can see it. So again, what I can say is, from what I see here, is this is all just a big story being played out. But from what we've just pulled here, it looks like these have actually been dealt with already. These globalist agendas, the elites, have been removed when it comes to their underhanded plan, okay, and energies that have been pushed for so long. So let's see here. Can I get a final card, Spirit? Final message for the momentum for the UK. I see everything as working out here. Look at the Hierophant. There's that religious energy. Oh my goodness. Okay, look at this. Religious, the dark cabal, the globalist agendas are being ushered out, and there we have it again. 7 of Cups on the back of the deck. So this narrative is just playing out as a movie. Very clear there. Okay. Next card is the World. So we have things coming full circle, and we have a positive new start that will happen. Okay. So yeah, look at that. I love it. Final cards here, you guys. Underneath the smoke and mirrors, look what we have. Sovereignty. And we have the Ace of Swords here. So really, really beautiful. This is all about bringing that sovereignty back to the people, where there's not the division, there isn't the corruption, there's not those politicians and governments and institutions trying to restrict freedom of speech. So wow, there's a lot of interesting energies coming out here, but again, just cutting the deck, it's a celebration. Everything's going to be fine here. And I think a lot of this is also really going to lead to the removal of a lot of the politicians, let's say. Okay. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I wanted to thank you for joining me on this journey. I'm sending all of you guys lots of love and light. And until next time, beautiful souls, bye for now.